Hello and welcome back to the 90's Guyz podcast. My name's Brian.
And I'm Jed.
And we are here to entertain you with our stupidity for the next maybe 30 to 45 minutes.
That'd be fantastic.
If you have the time.
If you have the endurance.
That's right. If not, go do something else, but remember to come back.
Yes. Go take a nap and get some food in your belly and then come back and spend some time with us.
These are official recommendations from two idiots.
Yes. We have our doctorates in stupidity.
I actually have only a master's.
Oh, well, I got my doctorate.
You're all uppity.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm better than you, Brian.
Okay. Okay. We'll see about that. If you haven't heard our podcast yet, we have to remind you, we're just two old friends talking about nostalgic stuff from the 90s and 2000s.
And it's fantastic.
Not to toot our own horn, but toot toot. Oh, Jed. You know what? That is pretty insensitive of you.
Oh, yeah, but
you knew it was coming.
Yeah, you do at least one an episode.
You made me do that one because I had to do at least two.
So Brian and I have been friends for 10 plus years and just like hanging out and talking, so we decided to talk on air.
Yeah. And we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, because we do.
We freaking do.
Yeah, we do.
I just enjoy sitting here and looking at you.
Yeah.
It always gets creepy.
It does.
I'm sorry.
You got to make it creepy, but you know what? I'm okay with it.
It's all right.
Because at least somebody likes looking at me.
Oh. Maybe that'll change. Maybe doing this podcast, we'll find a lady for you.
That'd be fantastic.
Or a fella. I don't want to say what you're into.
I'm into more the ladies than the fellas, but
hey, that's your deal. All right, let's jump right into it. If you have listened to this show before, you know that we love to do games and little fun things to start out before we talk about our featured topic, which today happens to be
wild thornberries.
The wild thornberries.
Yes.
We each have a couple very interesting personal stories about this.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to talking about.
Yeah.
Did someone recommend this topic?
Yeah. My buddy, one of Washington's finest. He is a cop in Washington here, just outside of St. Louis. And he asked to do this one. And funny story about that is when he was a little kid, I used to play Santa Claus for him. So like he would go to bed on Christmas Eve, and his mom would call me, and I'd sneak over and put all his toys and presents. And the funny thing was, his sister, who's a year younger than me, she would help, and so she knew that there was no Santa Claus, but Matt didn't. So the three of us would.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What do you? What?
Nah, whatever.
What?
So sorry if I ruined your dreams, Brian. But
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So the three of us would go ahead and hide his presents, and I'd put them in a certain order and stuff like that, and we just talk and hang out. And have
How
fun.
old did you look back then that you could play Santa Claus?
I was like 16, 17, 18 years of age. And
this kid's like, Santa Claus is looking great these days.
He's in great shape.
Still fat, but
yeah.
No.
Well, the funny thing is there was one time he woke up and I had to run and hide because they were like, oh, he's getting up, Jed. I was like, okay. So I like hid behind the couch. It was fun.
Then they knocked him out.
Yeah. And put it through him. And his mom's like, get in bed.
Get in bed or Santa will never come and he'll hate you for life.
Yeah. So... But yeah, so thanks, Matt.
Thanks,
this
Matt.
one's for you. Keep doing your good job. And actually, we hope you get better soon because he's been in and out of the hospital with some stuff. It's the one that I've talked to you about.
Yeah.
So we hope you get better soon and everything's going well.
Yeah, well, thank you for your service. And thank you for being a fan of the 90s, guys.
Yes.
Well, Matt, then you know what? We're going to dedicate not just this feature topic, but also this game to Matt. Okay? Are you ready for this?
Apparently I am.
This one's going to be tricky. So this is a brand new game.
It's tricky to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. It's tricky. Okay, keep going.
No one came to hear us sing.
Okay. They can't. What?
No one did.
I have been warming up my vocals all day.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
No, I love you.
I love you too.
So, we like to premiere new games on here. Stop showing me your chest hair. Oh, God, that's gross. It matches your beard hair, which is really creepy. So this game, I like to call... Oops. Wrong button.
And fail.
That was a good noise to the wrong button. I like to call this game Rapid Fire Questions.
Okay.
Do you like how the theme music is always the same?
Yeah.
And I always have the same delivery?
Yes.
I like to keep it similar.
And simple.
Simple and smart.
I mean, because you're having trouble with the buttons anyways.
You know what? I'm doing everything over here. You're sitting there just looking handsome the whole time.
I have my computer in front of me with all the research.
Okay.
So don't act like I don't do anything.
We need to post a photo to the site of like the control room I'm sitting in, and then you're on the outskirts, like just on the mic.
You shut your pie hole, Wayne Chung.
What do you want me to do? Shut your pie. Oh! I'm in control.
Yeah.
Okay, rapid fire questions.
Jackass.
That was our last episode. Thank you for reminding everybody. Rapid fire questions. The way this is going to work, these are personal and trivia questions.
Okay.
Mixed together. The trick is you only have 3 seconds to answer them.
Oh, okay.
So you better be on your game.
Okay.
Okay, now before we do this, hold on. I'm going to strip a little bit. Give me just a second.
Ooh. Down now. NASA.
You like that?
Yeah.
I had to take off my hoodie. It's so goddamn cold in here. And then we walk outside and it's 1,000,000 degrees. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Apparently I am.
Okay. Now what's going to happen is when your time elapses, a buzzer will sound. It's going to sound like this.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that you're wrong. Just means time's elapsed.
Okay.
Okay? 3 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
With each question. And here, we'll see. Some are going to be easy, some are going to be hard. Favorite color?
Green.
Okay. Excellent. That's actually my favorite color, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Here we go. Where does SpongeBob live?
Bikini Bottoms.
All right. Bikini what?
Bottom.
Okay. Let me see. Will judges accept that one? No, we'll accept that. Okay. Best fast food fries.
Ooh, Wendy's.
Oh, you just made it in time. I disagree.
It's hard because it depends on what kind of fry you want.
Yeah.
Like Hardee's curly fries are fantastic.
True.
And then Chick-fil-A's waffle fries are amazing. But
wouldn't you have to say that
just for regular French fries, I think Wendy's has with the sea salt and
better than McDonald's?
Yes. I'm not a McDonald's fan. I'm not going to lie.
What?
Were
you born in America?
No, I was born in
Oh, that's right.
Japan.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Saskatchewan.
Okay, we're moving on. Favorite soda?
Pepsi.
That wasn't 3 seconds. I just want to try to cut you off. Okay. What is the name of Muriel's husband in Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Eustace.
Eustace what?
I don't know. Eustace.
Okay. We're gonna give that one to you. It's Eustace Bang.
Okay.
As you're the she bang.
You're the big Courage fan. I just knew his first name.
Not all these are gonna be ones you know, pal.
Okay.
Sorry to break the news. Okay. Did Pinky and the Brain ever take over the world?
In my heart, they did, but no.
Oh, in your heart they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we all kind of wish that we had
I want Pinky to be an overlord.
an overlord?
Yeah.
Overlord of the world?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer sandals or sneakers?
Sandals.
Excellent. Who was the best friend of the Angry Beavers?
Stump. I know.
Yes.
Was it? Oh, yeah. I'm
Correct.
thinking of...
You're right.
I was right, but Ed, Edd n Eddy's plank popped into my head. I was like...
Kind of similar.
Yeah.
Okay. Name 2 characters off the Disney cartoon Recess.
Oh, gosh. Old Rusty.
Oh, Old Rusty.
I don't remember their names.
The
That's horrible.
playground you named?
Yeah. I remember Old Rusty. Oh, what were their names?
It's a big X-a-rooney.
Yeah. Well,
It's okay. Hey.
life happens when you're making lemonade.
Okay. That's a Jedism. Okay. Here's your next question. How many cats do I have?
3. You used to have 4.
Incorrect.
You
Used to have 5, now have 4.
I've only met 3 of them.
One of them told me they don't like your kind.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Asked not to see you. Yeah, I'm a crazy cat person, if you didn't know. Okay. Who had better cartoons? Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon.
During
we didn't give a timeline.
I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general.
Well, you got to realize I was a 90's kid, and cartoons in the 90's were Nickelodeon. Cartoon Network was more popular in the early 2000s.
You're right.
So I'm
saying of all time.
Oh, then I have to go with, still Nickelodeon, even though Cartoon Network has a lot of good.
See, I don't even know if I'd have an answer for that one. It's because I watched Nickelodeon as a kid, but I've come to appreciate Cartoon Network more.
I agree with that too, but it's the age difference too. Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
I was in high school and older when a lot of the popular Cartoon Network cartoons were coming out.
Yeah.
So
Interesting. Moving on.
okay,
That's a tricky one. We can debate that another time. Name 2 of the Animaniacs.
Yakko and Wacko and Dot.
Got it. Oh, he threw in a third.
Yeah,
For a little oomph.
you can't just name 2.
Hey, man, I'm asking for only 2, and you gave me 3.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
You're an overachiever.
You had a crush on Dot. I remember that.
Oh, my God, Dot. Dot, if you're listening. It always gets creepy.
Yeah.
Okay. Do me a quick favor and tell me, did Cat Dog ever find their parents?
No. Did they?
They did.
Okay.
That was a special at the very end.
I had a feeling they did, but I don't remember that one.
And I'll be honest with you, one of the biggest letdowns in cartoon history.
Yeah.
So underwhelming.
It was a giraffe, wasn't it?
No, it was your type.
Oh, it's a squatch.
It was a Sasquatch.
It's a squitchian.
A Sasquatchian. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We are moving on from that big old failure.
I can't move on from it. It's my whole life.
In 3 seconds, tell us the 2 main characters of Kablam.
Oh. 3 seconds. I can't get that.
I know, it's a tough one.
Is it Ruby and
Ruby and Ruberstein.
Yes.
No. No. Okay, that was a tough one. Okay, this one I wonder if you'll get or not. What is my middle name?
McKenna.
My middle name.
Jedediah.
No, who would have that?
Pamela.
Name? That's also a great
Thomas.
name. No.
Billy Bob.
Thornton.
Yes. What is your middle name?
Matthew.
I never knew that.
Oh,
What's
okay.
my middle name, Brian?
Your middle name?
Yes.
Easy.
I already said it.
Your middle name you're talking about, or
Yeah.
someone else's?
Mine.
Your middle name?
My middle name is somebody you know. It's first name.
I know exactly what your middle name is.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's Dave.
No.
Oh.
It's your brother's name.
Oh, Thomas?
Thomas, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
That's why Tommy and I get along so well, because we have similar names.
Right. I like
His
that.
name's Thomas Jedediah, and my name's Jedediah
No,
Thomas.
it's not. It's not. Don't you put that on him. Okay. Where would you live if not Missouri?
Colorado.
Wow. That was that was less than a second you answered in.
I already know where I want to live.
I don't know if you do or not. Now we've learned that you do.
Yeah. Either that or Michigan. Colorado
I'm sorry,
or
we're
Michigan.
only accepting one answer.
I'm just saying. Those are the 2 places I want to live.
Why do I love giving you shit?
Because it's fun.
Okay. This one's going to be tricky. How many babies were on the cartoon Rugrats?
Well, there was 4.
Ooh, now you said 4 before the buzzer.
Well, it depends on what you're talking. Like, do you consider Dill?
Of course.
Okay, then there's 5, but there's also many more.
Wait,
because,
Dill. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Tommy's little brother.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Because I guess they were still technically... well, they should have been
They were
14 by the time Dill was actually born. But no. But there's too many babies to count because they had other friends that came in.
I'm talking about the main cast of
Okay,
characters.
then there would be 5 if you include Dill, 4 if you don't.
Okay.
Because Angelica wasn't a baby.
Right. I wonder, do we give you that one? Because you were saying 4 and you were about to say, I think, 5 with Dill, right?
Yeah.
Half point.
Sweet.
Half point.
I'll take that half point.
I'm going to write it down, too.
I can take all the points I can get.
1/2. You really need them. You're doing pretty well. Okay. Who originally produced the cartoon Doug?
You're the one who knows. Like, oh, wait. Do you mean the TV network? Or do
I'm going to rephrase the question. I'm going to put time back on the clock. Who originally produced the cartoon Doug? Nickelodeon or Disney?
Nickelodeon.
Correct.
So I thought you were talking about like actual person, and I'm like, I
No.
don't. You're the one who knows that stuff. I don't.
No. Okay, we're moving on. This one, I don't think you're going to get.
I'll get it.
Okay. What?
Tacos.
That's correct.
Yes.
What is the color of your beard?
Multicolored, but mostly gray or white.
I don't know if there's an answer to that. Your beard's it's like the scale of colors.
Yeah, it is. There's a little bit. I think there's probably some red in there somewhere
I see
too.
it. Well, that's because you cut yourself shaving today.
Yeah, but yes.
Okay. This one, we're just going to go rapid fire.
Okay.
No time. I want a quick answer. I want the first thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Which are better, fish or bears?
Bears.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a whale could swim on ice?
12.
How many oranges are in my pantry at home right now?
27 and a half.
Wrong! What is the square root of 1,010?
62 and a third.
That's right, actually. It's a fourth, but I'm going to give it to you. I round. How many fingers am I holding up?
My favorite one.
The middle one. What sounds do fireworks make?
Boom, kaboom, boom, boom, kaboom, boom, 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 boom,
Correct.
Boom, boom, boom.
Do you consider yourself an eccentric man?
No, I don't know what that means.
Can you trace your lineage back to prehistoric times?
Yes. I used to be a velociraptor.
Used to be a what?
A velociraptor.
Last question. Here we go. Which podcast has the best merch on the planet?
Dan. No, it's the 90's guys.
What? What?
That's correct.
The second answer. The dillweed?
Yeah.
There you go, bud. By the way, you can get our merch at 90sguys.com.
Yes, please. Please do. They're flying off the shelf, guys, so you better hurry up.
We don't even have a shelf and they're flying off.
Yeah, so.
Now, let me just tally up your points here. Give me a second. Hold on.
There's something wrong with my chair.
Yeah, you're sitting there.
I can't.
Hey, do you do impressions?
I do impressions.
Do you do impressions?
Sometimes, yes.
Besides the one you're making on your chair right now?
Oh, Glaven.
Oh,
I just dropped.
Jed just fell through the floor.
My chair's possessed.
Jed, do you know how many you got right?
5.
Wait, let me double check here. Hold on. You got 19 out of 1,000.
Sweet.
Nice job, buddy. Good job.
My chair's broken.
Are you for real?
I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna not move.
You just are you still sinking?
No, I'm done sinking. I went down as far as I can go.
I think you're still sinking.
Am I?
Jed, where are you? Jed.
I can't. Oh, there I am.
Oh my God. Nice job, bud.
Thank you.
We learned something about you today. I didn't want to learn it, but we learned it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, it's working.
Okay. Brian forgot to hit record, so.
No, I thought it stopped recording. What if?
Let's do it over. Come on,
it
from the
again.
top.
F it. We'll do it again. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
I'll write it. We'll do it live. All right. Well, hey, we are going to move on to our featured topic. Today we are talking about...
Wild thornberries.
They are the wildest of the thornberries.
They are.
There's a lot of thornberries that I would say are tame. These are wild ones.
Not these guys.
Not these guys.
And gals. So we don't get the women viewers mad at us.
There's no viewers. They're listeners. You know what? When I first started on radio, I said viewers, and they said the same thing, and they went, "Yep, you're right. You're right."
Well, they can see us. We have a YouTube video up in
YouTube. They can, but they don't want to.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I get it.
They want to see me.
Yeah, not me.
I want to see you.
I look too much like a Sasquatch. It scares them.
That's why people want to see you. You're very elusive.
I like to hide in trees.
You do. All right, we'll be right back in just a minute. We are the 90s guys. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back into the 90s Guys podcast. If you've already forgotten, if you have some kind of disorder that gives you short-term memory My name's Brian.
And I'm Jed.
And we are the 90s guys. We love talking about nostalgic stuff. And one of those topics just happens to be the Wild Thornberrys. Whoa, Darwin, how'd you get in here?
I know, right?
Yeah, the Wild Thornberrys is it's a show that I've probably seen every single episode of.
I've seen a good majority of it, I would say. Because, it came out in 98, and so that was added to that whole late 90s, early 2000s of just good cartoons that came out.
Yeah.
So, and it was fantastic. I loved the dad.
Yes. He was so relatable to everyone's dad, I think.
Well, that, and he was kind of not right in the head.
Yeah.
Type
He's
of thing.
Eccentric.
Yeah. To talk with the weird accent he had and always made these weird noises. So I thought he was a riot. So
yeah, no, he was awesome. And I mean the whole cast of characters, they were all very unique. Also, speaking of in our last podcast, you mentioned I had a crush on Dot from Animaniacs.
Yes.
And I had a crush on the older sister in this show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forget, what is her name?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm pretty sure she was wish I knew
was
this.
Dot
Debbie.
It was Debbie.
Oh, Debbie. Yeah, Debbie was cute for a little. But I was a child, so don't make fun of me for being attracted to a cartoon.
She was her 16-year-old sister.
Hey, I was only 10, so she's the creep.
Yeah. The cartoon that's not real is the creep for you having a
We
crush
got to get
on
into this. What are your first memories of the Wild Thornberrys?
I remember watching, actually, I don't know if it was the very first episode, but I remember watching it when it came out because it was probably another Saturday or weekend with, my dad. And that's pretty much what we watched when we were over there. If we weren't out doing whatever, we were watching Nickelodeon for the most part. And yeah, I just remember it was about a little girl that liked to go that went on adventures with her family.
Eliza.
And then I love the fact that while they were out on one of their adventures, they find her new little brother, Darwin.
Yeah.
Who is this crazy wild child that lived with. Did he live with monkeys or did he live with wolves? I can't remember.
Well, Darwin was actually their pet chimpanzee. It was
that's
Donnie.
Right. Donnie.
Donnie was
Donnie.
But he was very Darwin-esque.
Yeah.
Very monkey-like.
Yeah. Well, and I think Darwin was Darwin because he was a monkey that could talk.
Right.
So he's their pet chimpanzee that could talk.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Donnie was their feral adopted son, and he couldn't talk. So they had a monkey that could talk and a son that couldn't talk.
Very appropriate.
Which was, fantastic.
How did Donnie talk?
Yeah, so, but, and he was always doing weird stuff and getting into trouble and all that stuff, so. But it was very educational, too. I mean, there was they talked a lot about where they were at and what it was like in different animals and stuff, so it was very educational as well as entertaining.
Yeah, it really was. And I think, I know you have a story to share about it. But I got to tell you my story. Do you have a story about the Wild Thornberrys?
No, I don't have a story.
Oh, then I'm going to be the story.
My story was what we talked about in the first, about
right.
Matt who...
that's right. Your boy.
Yeah.
So it's weird how, you know how there's like kind of a science between certain smells will take you back to a certain time in your life? Well, when the Wild Thornberrys had their movie come out, it was the Wild Thornberrys movie, if you can believe that title.
I would think they'd get in trouble for using that.
I know, it's copyright. But no, so it was really weird. I remember Burger King had a promotion where you would go and get their Happy Meal, and Wild Thornberry sponsored it with the movie and all that. And you get a toy, and you also get a little sheet. It was like about maybe like 6 inches long, 4 wide, and it had different little symbols on it.
Okay.
And they didn't tell you anything about it besides bring that with you to the movie. And
that's cool.
It was so cool. So when we went, of course, I had to bring it. And in the middle of the movie, at random times, they would flash a thing up on the screen, and then at the bottom it would say, scratch this symbol and smell it.
Oh, that's crazy cool.
So they would be like in the rainforest, and they'd say, like, scratch this one. You scratch it, you smell like rain and like, trees and stuff like that. And then they'd be like at the beach, and you'd smell like ocean breeze, and it was...
And then they were next to
Cows.
a bunch of
elephants.
rhino dumpings, and you're like, that's my favorite.
That's my favorite.
That's a really cool story. I didn't know that they did that. That's awesome.
It was so cool. I remember
that was like Smell of. You remember what was one of the Spy Kids movies or ever? They had the 4D, and it was the fourth one was smelling.
Smell-o-vision.
So that was before. That was before that even. So
yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just so cool because I remember now like. Just being a kid, and you like, you didn't even, in a way, you kind of didn't care about the movie. You're just like, give me another symbol.
Yeah.
Scratch, scratch, scratch. Oh, yeah.
So you had no idea what was going on in the movie because you were too worried about smelling stuff.
Don't ask me any questions
and
about
that really kind of led into your cocaine addiction,
it.
didn't
It really did. Speaking of which, do you have a quick second to pause? I'm back. Hey, guys. Oh, go ahead. I'm done being stupid.
So anyway, no, that's really cool that you have that story. Like,
yeah,
I don't really have any stories with Wild Thornberry. I remember I know I watched at least the first 2 seasons of it, and then I might have got out of it after that. But I mean, this is another. We've talked about this numerous times. Another cartoon that had a butt ton of episodes for just a short period of time. They were only on for 5 seasons because they took a hiatus to do the movie. But in the first 3 seasons, they had 20 episodes in the first one, 37 in the second one, and 20 in the third one.
And I want to say, I think that blend the 4th and 5th season. I say 4 seasons because they did 6 episodes in the 4th season and 8 in the 5th.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I mean, most of the cartoons that we talk about, whatever, you look at their first season, they did like at the most 13.
Right.
They went out of their way and did 20.
They must have known it was going to be a hit.
And it was. I mean, and it led to a spinoff with Rugrats movie, Rugrats Go Wild, where they merged them together.
Right.
Because Rugrats was huge.
Oh, my God.
It's still huge at that time for something that came out in the early 90s. And here we are in 2003, and they're doing a spinoff with Rugrats and Wild Thornberrys. So that tells you how big Rugrats was. And then on top of that, how big Wild Thornberrys was.
Yeah. But it is so weird. We always find that cartoons have like a 4-season shelf life.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
And I guess it makes sense. Maybe that's like when they naturally start to like fade off in ratings.
I'm just wondering that, or if maybe they just kind of run out of stories with the...
That could very well be.
Because you got to think about it. And for like shows like The Simpsons and Family Guy to go so long and those kids not grow up.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things because then you have to get another generation into it, and sometimes it's harder to do that with these types of shows. Like, there's a few and far between. Like, Rugrats was like that had went on forever, and
Spin-offs.
The Simpsons and Family Guy,
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. I mean, but you think of the other two were more adult themed, so it's one of those ones that after you get out of being a kid, you're still into it. It's hard to do that with, a girl and her monkey and her crazy family. You know, it's kind of hard to keep that going. Okay, well, this is great for when I was a kid, but now that I'm older, I just don't relate to. You kind of lose your imagination as you get, which is really, which you and I haven't, but a lot of adults do because you have to do this thing called adulting, and it's really, really hard.
I actually did lose my imagination. I had it replanted in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had mine. So
you have.
Yeah.
But see, I just did mine when I got the Botox done. I just figured 2 birds, 1 stone.
There you go. It saves some money, And by the way, your face is looking nice and tight.
You would never know that I'm 45.
Yeah.
You'd never know it.
Yeah, not at all.
No.
45-year-old that was born in 94.
I don't want to get into it, Jed. One other thing to mention about the Wild Thornberrys I thought was really cool is the little brother Donnie.
Yes.
And a lot of times he bugged the crap out of Eliza and Debbie and the whole family.
Yeah.
But they all loved him, and they would always rescue him if he needed it.
Yes.
And it was such a cool thing because I have a little brother, and there's something special about wanting to be a protector for your sibling.
But you never did.
I ought to reach over there and slap you
just
across
like,
the
Tommy,
face.
leave me alone. I'm like, Tommy's cool. I was Tommy's protector. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tommy talks about you now, and he just has a scowl on his face. He goes, Jed? Ugh. Thank God I don't have to see him anymore.
You don't mean that, Tommy.
So that's one thing that I really connected with the show.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, it's kind of like, oh.
Well, plus you guys were always going out on adventures in like Africa and stuff like that. So you can really relate to that. I mean, your family was always traveling the world.
Always. Oh yeah. I mean,
the crazy world of Wildwood, Missouri.
If it wasn't Wildwood, it was nothing.
Ellisville.
So that was my connection with the show.
Yeah, mine really just was, like I said, like probably after the second season, I kind of got out of it because I was going into high school and was kind of getting out of that cartoon phase and watching more, like shows that I grew up with, like Boy Meets World and more like Full House and stuff like that, because they were more the live action shows is what they would call them, and because you grow up with those characters, so. That's why I was more involved with those than I was more of the cartoons. But don't get me wrong, I still love my classic cartoons. Like, I actually, at the time, still watched Rugrats because I thought it was funny.
Oh, yeah.
And, if they had Rocco on and stuff like that, I was. But Wild Thornberrys, because I was older when it came out, I don't think I was as invested into it as I was. And don't get me wrong.
That's fair.
Don't get me wrong, it was a great show. And like I said, I loved the dad. And I loved Donnie. I thought they were great. And, I love the chemistry between all the kids, because Deb was too cool to be hanging out with him and all that stuff, but like you said, they loved each other, so anytime Donnie got into trouble, they would all rush off to save him and take care of him and all that stuff. And then the relationship between Eliza and Darwin, who doesn't want a pet monkey,
right?
I mean, seriously.
I asked my wife the other day if we could get one.
And she said yes.
She did, actually.
Knowing your wife, she would say yes.
I know. And also, one thing we got to mention, too, is they were nominated. They never won it, but they were nominated for a Daytime Emmy.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
It was Outstanding Children's Animated Program.
And it was an outstanding child program.
It was outstanding. But I get why it didn't win. It was up against some heavy hitters in 2001. Yeah. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you got was like SpongeBob on there.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I mean, it's all the big hitters.
Like Sesame Street.
No one likes that.
What?
I'm kidding. I love Sesame Street. Sesame Street?
I was going to say, your wife says that you still watch it every day. Because you got to learn about your A's, B's, and C's.
Oh, do we need to have a spelling contest between me and you? Because neither of us can spell.
I was going to say, I can't spell worth a lick, so you can, you win. I'll fold.
You will fold. What, are we playing poker or are we doing a contest?
Both.
Yeah, so I mean, Wild Thornberrys, definitely a classic cartoon. It was part of that powerhouse lineup that Nickelodeon had.
Oh, yeah, and it was right at the end of their powerhouse. Because it was actually, like you were saying, when we talked about the first thing, Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon was kind of putting all their eggs in the SpongeBob basket, and it worked out for them and still kind of does, but compared to what they were in the 90s with all the different TV shows and stuff they had. So it was on their tail end, and then Cartoon Network was just starting to take off and just go bonkers. Because then you got like Foster's House of Imaginary Friends and all that good stuff coming out. So and Ed and Eddie was in its prime, which you and I both love that show.
Forget about it.
So, but yes, it was right there in the midst of Nickelodeon, kind of on their downswing, but still popular.
Yes.
So
So that is the Wild Thornberrys. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's great.
Yes, yeah, it's fantastic. It's worth it just to listen to Donnie.
Yes.
And his little squeaky yelling at stuff.
How does that go? I actually have a clip of Donnie. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. I know you like that
one. Yeah. So, well, thank you, Matt, for asking for this one.
Yes.
And hey, shoot us an email and let us know what you think and what we missed out on and what, give us a little feedback of what you wanted us to talk about.
Yeah, and you know
just
what?
So we know.
Matt, this is for Matt.
Yes.
This is for you.
That's for you, Matt.
Damn it, we love you.
We do. So, but yeah, and all you other guys out there, guys and gals, the 2 or 3 females that we actually have listening to us, please email us. Let us know what you think. As we've been doing, we do shout outs. We want to know what you guys want us to talk about. So shoot us an email at the 90's Guys podcast.com.
I can tell you
gmail.com.
You still got to slow it down.
I do, yeah. Guys with a Z, but and let us know. Give us some ideas of what you want us to talk about. I mean, we have our list of what we're going to talk about, but there's other stuff that you guys probably want us to talk about that we haven't talked about and share our experiences with it. I mean, we got movies to come and TV shows and more cartoons, and when Brian decides to actually bring in his candy, we're going to do candy of the month.
Oh my gosh.
So
sorry, I'm not a perfect person. A lot of people say I am.
You are. In my eyes, you were perfect until you forgot the candy.
Well, good. I'm sick of holding up that charade. And don't forget, we're also on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at the 90's Guys Podcast.
Yes.
And we're posting, honestly, I'm pretty happy with our Instagram stories.
Yes.
Have you seen those recently?
Yeah. So
we basically put our posts, and then we just put a bunch of like moving GIFs all over it, insulting us somehow.
So, and we're doing good on Facebook too. We got a lot of followers on Facebook.
Almost breaking 100.
Yeah, just keep that growing, man.
Yeah. What did we talk about?
What?
Huh?
Huh? Yeah.
Nothing?
All right.
All right. That's going to do it for this episode. My name is Brian.
And I'm Jed.
And we are so glad you've joined us. Stay tuned for our next episode coming out very soon, and we will catch you next time.
Tacos!